Section 9.2, two means independent samples. Key concept. In this section presents methods for using sample data from two independent samples to test hypotheses made about two population means and to construct confidence interval estimates of the differences between the two population means. Okay, now this section involves two independent samples, and the following section deals with samples that are dependent because they consist of matched pairs. It is important to know the difference between independent samples and dependent samples. Now, two samples are independent if the sample values from one population are not related to or somehow naturally paired or matched with the sample values from the other population. Two samples are dependent or consist of matched pairs if the sample values are somehow matched, where the matching is based on some inherent relationship. That is, each pair of sample values consists of two measurements from the same subject, such as before-after data, or each pair of sample values consists of matched pairs, such as husband-wife data, where the matching is based on some meaningful relationship. Now, caution, dependence does not require a direct cause-effect relationship. Now, hint, if two samples have different sample sizes with no missing data, they must be independent. If the two samples have the same sample size, the samples may or may not be independent. So here is an example of independent samples, and then another example of dependent samples consisting of matched pairs. So for independent samples, the heights of men and women. Data set 1, body data in Appendix B, includes the following heights in centimeters of samples of men and women. And the two samples are not matched according to some inherent relationship. They are actually two independent samples that just happen to be listed in a way that might cause us to incorrectly think that they are matched. So here are the heights centimeters of men and the height centimeters of women. Now, dependent samples, heights of husbands and wives. Students of the author collected data consisting of the heights centimeters of husbands and the heights of their wives. 5 of those pairs of heights are listed below. These two samples are dependent because the height of each husband is matched with the height of his wife. So therefore, here this would represent data of dependent samples.